This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Philly Joe and Vicky on a Monday. I'm going to be honest, that feels like a Tuesday.
Oh, really?
That's good.
Okay.
Because, and I will preface this because every time I do it, someone sends us a text and is like, oh, this isn't a short work week for me. So I know that not everybody has a short work week, but there are some. Would you say a lot?
I'd say a lot of people have Good Friday off. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this week Good Friday? Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Vicky,
Easter's
are
early
you-
this year.
Wow, you just broke that news to me.
I feel happy that I was able to break that to
And
you.
some people even get Easter Monday off.
Yeah,
Oh, that is a luxury, eh? How
Love a
great is
4-day
Depending on what
weekend.
the job, yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you get a short week, a 4-day weekend, and a short week.
Yeah.
That's well planned out.
It's absolutely.
Pretty good this time of year, too, because we're just like looking for time to move a little faster to get to the nice weather.
And it feels like that is absolutely stuck in mud, the nice weather. Like
What is it, snow today and tomorrow?
Yeah, snow today, snow tonight, light tomorrow, and then you get Wednesday, and then you get Thursday, you get snow again, and then maybe some Friday night into the weekend.
And I know that like most of it's probably going to melt the second it hits the ground
Slush
and
and
everything
slop,
like that.
yeah.
But it just makes things a little messier.
I'll say this. It's dragging for sure,
Yeah.
I think. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, it's a
That's-
real mood
Yes.
killer.
We're dragging our
Yeah.
way into spring, and it is a mood killer. However, I always feel the need to say this as well. There was a news story that we could use a later starting spring, and then the hooligan will let us know all the time on the bone phone that, like, hey, we need more moisture. I know it sucks, this snow, this slop. We're all anxious to get on with spring, but it's not the worst thing
Yeah.
in the world.
That needs to be our mantra. We need the moisture. We need the moisture. Just keep telling yourself that.
Could be the new mantra on the license plates. Instead of friendly Manitoba, we need the moisture.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Hey, PJV. Heart of Charleswood checking in. This time change junk. Why don't these people just grab a brain, split it in half, and let it go at that? Like everybody says, okay, are we going this way? Are we going that way? Or are we going to stay the same? Go to half an hour and leave it alone. Okay, we're going to piss some people off. You're going to piss a lot of people off. So what? You're going to have some darkness in the morning. You're going to have some daylight in the evening. Call it a half an hour, lock the time in, and leave it the hell alone. What's the problem with that? Easy solution. Oh, no, can't do that. This is government of Manitoba. They have to form a committee to have a committee to get a committee. Have a good one, guys. Heart of Charleswood, saying goodbye.
So he's saying instead of doing the hour time change 2 times a year, you do a half hour, and that's the.
Seems to make it more complicated to not have it be an even number.
I used
Yeah.
to have a hard time growing up when they tell you a program on CBC like Hockey Night Canada was, and then they give you the East Coast time because it was like 90 minutes
Yeah,
Oh, weird.
in some spots.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the time in Newfoundland. Like
Yeah,
that
remember
was
that?
confusing.
It'd be like Pacific, Central, and in Newfoundland. It'd be like 90. I go, what?
Yeah, I don't see them going throwing. It's going to be confusing enough whenever they finally do throw this poll up
Yeah.
at the government website without throwing in. And here's another option.
There's got to be a pros and cons list for each option so people know.
A little surprised we haven't heard more about the survey since that's
Yeah.
been 2 weeks now, eh?
Yeah, where are we at with that, Mr. Premier? Okay, Bobo on potholes.
Hey, it's Bobo. We live in a freeze-thaw cycle city, so potholes are going to happen. But today, I'm walking Freya the rescue dog, and there's 2 ducks swimming in a pothole. Well, that wasn't until Freya barked at them. But I think that's a little large. Bye.
Oh, what an adorable little visual that is.
Bobo with Freya, the rescue dog.
Good on him, by the way.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Very cool. I hit the same pothole that I hit last year. It's becoming a tradition that when you turn from Broadway onto Portage, you know, that turning light, turning left, there is a huge one that just, I feel like, took a chunk out of my hubcap. And it's been there before. Every year there's a pothole there. And it's huge and deep.
There's always someone standing there collecting.
Yeah.
Too, money, but it's not for the pothole repair. It's for themselves, right?
Yeah, for the
on that
damage
corner,
to their
so you
vehicle.
get both. Okay.
I will say the one from merging from Abbonogi onto Waverly that I talked about last week, it's fixed. That whole
good.
That whole area was just in shambles.
I'm going to report the Broadway Portage one this morning, actually. I'm going to be proactive.
On 311.
What are you going to do next year? What are you going to hit next year? You said annually.
Oh, it'll be back. It'll be back.
Almost retired Mike. Speaking of potholes, he's got a story from a couple years ago, I
Just
think.
want to relay a story first. Just driving on the highway number 7 a year or two back and going about 100 kilometers an hour. And what do I see up ahead? Well, it looks like a pothole. A little bit of upturned concrete. I think, yeah, I can drive over that. I should have enough clearance. Nope. Bang! Off. The front cross member of my car went the upturned piece of concrete and traveled along the undercarriage there, ripped up my tailpipe and the exhaust system, and took it to an auto shop and had mechanics look at it. They gave me a quote to $1,500 to replace everything. You can make a claim with AutoPack for pothole damage, but you're at fault, apparently. Your deductible applies, and they also give you some demerits for it. So
that seems, I mean, he sounds like he has experience. That was from a couple of years ago, but doesn't that seem, it seems odd that you would be at fault for hitting a giant pothole? Like, not my fault. What was I going to do?
That's the frustrating part
Get into
about
a
it.
car accident to avoid it? Like, there's really some of them, there's just no avoiding them.
Exactly.
And apparently it's still the way, because the Boston Pizza text line on Friday had a few people saying the same thing. You'll lose demerits. And you're at fault.
You'll get demerits.
I guess the argument on their end would be, well, we're going to hear the same story over and over again that I couldn't. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or people claiming,
but that's crazy.
Their suspension damage is from potholes, like anybody was suspension damage. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, Rager with a soccer update. I think the season's over here for the Megalodons.
Good morning, PJV. Rager here. Well, we finished our season off with the Megalodons. Great game, great season, great kids. I can't emphasize enough that all these kids on this team were just awesome. And it's such a great feeling. It's so much fun. Again, Rager always encourage you. Get out there and coach your kids' teams. It was a lot of fun. Next season, we're on to the big leagues, the Premier League, as they call it in soccer. We're with FC Northwest. Big team. Big moves for Rager Jr. He's excited to get in there and to improve himself in the skill of soccer. So, morning crew, you guys rock. Rager loves you, baby. Take care. Rager, out.
Right on.
Rager's in good spirits. It's spring break. He doesn't have to drop his kid off 2 blocks away during the construction at the school. He's good. He's good.
That's true. It ruins his day every day, that construction around his kid's school. Okay, let's wrap with T. Kona, who encountered a Manitoba social tradition over the weekend.
Morning, it's T. Kona. I just wanted to say happy birthday, belated birthday to Big Slice there, man. I wasn't at work Friday. But anyway.
Thank you.
Went to a social Friday night, and it happened. Got the old salami shoulder. Yeah, my daughter and her boyfriends there or whatever, friends, decided, Dad's got to have a salami shoulder. Well, so did Mom, too, but she didn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I was laughing. I got the salami in the eye from the wife. So, be careful out there. Men, don't laugh at your wife's salami shoulder.
If I may, salami shoulder is hilarious, but I've never thought it was a female thing. It's more of a I would never slap salami on a female shoulder. It's more of a on my buddy's shoulder. Yeah. Women, they don't want a big salami grease stain on their neck.
Exactly. More laundry?
Yeah, no kidding. I'll tell you, that's not the night to pull out the salami.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Here's what's trending with Philly, Joe, and Vicky.
So they've started filming season 2 of Seth Rogen's show, The Studio, which Joe and I love. You still got to get on the bandwagon for this one too. We've given you quite a list so far.
Yeah, I've got a list. It's I do like with a 4-day long weekend coming up.
Yeah.
I sense I could jump into that. That's my next absolute show. Like,
It's
I'm going
so
to do
good.
it. I also have to watch the Peaky Blinders movie, so my pile is big right now.
But that show is going to be releasing when then? By fall?
They haven't released a date yet, but the first season, like part of the one of the great parts of this show is they've got really great guest stars like Martin Scorsese, Zoe Kravitz, Ron Howard, a whole bunch more. So season 2, because of the paparazzi, we've got a glimpse of who's going to be in season 2. Michael Keaton, who I'm so pumped about.
I love Michael Keaton.
Madonna.
wow.
Julia Garner from Ozark and Weapons, Donald Glover from Community. They were all spotted. I think they're filming at least one of the episodes in Venice for like the Venice Film Festival.
It's great because these characters let you behind the curtain a little bit with some of their personality.
Yeah.
Like it's really well done.
Well, when everyone, I always love it when a celebrity will play like a more toxic version of themselves.
Yes.
Is that what this is?
Oh, yeah.
They all
Totally.
play themselves?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Martin Scorsese's great.
Yeah.
See, would you say Seth Rogen loves that? Because he's done that before. And
Has he?
there was the movie called The End, where it was the end of the
yes,
world.
this is the end.
And
Yeah.
and they were all playing themselves. James
Yeah.
Franco
Yeah.
and Seth Rogen. And
There's got to be something kind of freeing about that as an actor. You just get to be a jerk or crazy, whatever the role entails. But looking forward to that. There's been a big heist, and it's not really what you'd expect. 12 tons of Kit Kat bars have been stolen in Europe. Somebody stole a truck that had over 413,000 bars in it, and they might be able to trace it because each one has a individual barcode. So they're kind of waiting to see if it gets scanned anywhere.
Yeah.
But Nestle seems to be making the best of it. In a statement, they said, "We've always encouraged people to have a break with Kit Kat, but it seems thieves have taken the message too literally and made a break with more than 12 tons of our chocolate." If you had to do a chocolate bar heist, which bar would you go for?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite by a mile.
Kit Kat's a pretty damn good one.
Yeah.
Caramel,
Yeah.
Mr. Big. But
What
I'm
do you-
telling you, the zip code on the
Barcode.
back.
The barcode, yeah.
Like, are you high, dude? What'd you get caught with? A Kit Kat? It was stolen. It was like-
See how you do in prison with that story.
Where are you going to sell those, though? Like, are you...
I don't know, in a back alley with a trench
Hey,
coat?
That's what I mean. Where
I'm
are they
going to tell you, there's a couple of corner grocery stores that are still looking for a discounted chocolate bar to sell.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's Scrollin.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Vicky podcast.
Megadeth, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Sorry, I'm having one of those sneezing fits here. You know, when you, like one sneeze usually leads you to about 6. And I don't know what it is about our studio here at work. It's not that dusty. Like, I've been in studios where it's so dusty that it's easy to understand why you sneeze a lot, but
Yeah.
it's not too bad in here.
No.
But I still I'll rattle off at least once a morning 4 or 5 sneezes in a row.
4 or 5. Usually I'm a double sneezer, but that's excessive.
Yeah,
Wow.
like I'm lightheaded by the time I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you hold your sneezes? Do you try and
Well,
hold them in at all, or
I do.
'cause that's kind of dangerous.
If you
they
ever
say.
see me doing this,
yeah,
I don't know why, I'll hold the bridge of my nose, and sometimes that'll help.
to quell it before it happens.
To sort of try to break this string of sneezing.
A punch to the nose helps too, I think.
At that point, when I'm in one of my runs where I'm sneezing, I'll take one. You want to just give me a right hook one of these times?
I wouldn't
JoJo?
do that to you.
Come on.
Do you ever have to sneeze and it doesn't come out?
No,
You're
I never
supposed
have
to
that
like
problem.
look up to the light, and usually that helps for whatever reason.
So you need to get a sneeze out, but you can't get it out. I've
Yes,
never had that
sometimes
happen.
I just have that feeling, and
Really?
Is there a secret to stopping
Stopping a
sneeze?
sneeze?
You're
Do
not
you have-
supposed
No.
to, they said.
I know, but
It could hurt the ribs. You could
Yeah.
hurt some, may have an internal injury.
But you're talking about stopping a sneeze before it even happens. Usually that's people trying to like kind of suffocate this sneeze when
no.
it happens. Yeah.
I'm saying when I've sneezed like 3 or 4 times in a
Yeah.
row and I want to stop
Oh, I
sneezing.
see.
you blow your nose.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom, blow your nose.
Try it on a plane, the good sneeze, and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
People love
just
ya.
like dead silent. Like everything just stops for a minute.
Yeah.
I know just because they think you're giving them a
the
cold.
germs, yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, there's nothing you can do sometimes.
No,
So
not with sneezing.
you put the nose in the was it your elbow?
Elbow.
That's
Yeah.
what I always
In the
do
crook.
now. Because the hands is just spreading more germs.
That's right.
Because you're all over your hands unless you have hand sanitizer. Anyway, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Philly, Joe, and Vicky at 7-Eleven.
Listen, we have a concert announcement coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. If you like classic rock, you're going to like this announcement, okay? We'll beat the box office there, too.
Mm-hmm.
We have Rock and Thunder tickets today only this week for Completely Useless Question. 7:45.
Did you say today only, Rock and
Today
Thunder?
only, and then we will continue on with tickets from our announcement at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
for the rest of the
Okay,
week.
So make sure you're with us at 7:45.
Were you trying to trick me to give the
No.
news? Because I do that sometimes.
No. I read that wrong. Then I thought I was like, oh, Rock and
I
Thunder.
did too, yeah.
I thought we had them all week,
I
but
can't
that's
keep a secret.
Joe, with your you're better at the old email reading there. You read it more. You read it clearly.
I read
Yeah.
the full
you read
email.
it full. Yeah.
It's not clear.
Vicky
I
and
just
I-
I'm
read
more
all
of a
of it.
skimmer.
Me
Yeah.
too.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The story on the Boston Pizza text line. I woke up one night to go to the bathroom, ended up sneezing so hard while sitting on the toilet seat, I broke the seat off its hinges.
Whoa.
Holy cow. Call
That's
a plumber.
crazy.
That's a story.
You must have injured yourself too, because we were chatting about like people who injure themselves while sneezing.
Yeah.
I've heard my back coughing before. Never like when I get a really bad cold and I'm coughing.
I've pulled a muscle sneezing. Yeah.
Sneezing, hey? Okay.
I think I
that's-
was wearing like a tight belt around my waist and it just like kind of caught my ribs and it was a bad scene. I could kind of see the toilet seat thing because you think of what your body does, the convulsion, and it kind of
Jarring.
pushes it backwards. And
Oh, what
yeah.
else happened? Like there's an accident that can happen when that goes, when the faculties start going with the sneeze
Well,
too,
then
I
it's
would
good
think.
to be on the toilet.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's a real catch-all.
Yeah, you're in the right place if an accident happens. That's right. Exactly.
In fact, if you're a little bunged up, it might help matters.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, crazy sneezing, crazy coughing, they can cause some injuries. It's 7:22, Philly, Joe, and Vicky on a Monday morning. Feels a little slow moving. Like I think with spring break, if people can work from home or if they, you know what, it'll be a little slower in traffic this week. You won't have the
Totally.
school buses, and then probably just a little less traffic in general.
At least in the morning and afternoon drive. I don't know about during the day. A lot of people might be out. A lot of people away.
Yeah.
I know quite a few people that
That's true, yeah.
are traveling to some warmer climates.
You know who wasn't away yesterday was Joe Aiello making a steak in the air fryer. Do tell.
Yeah, something I'd heard about for quite a while when you had an air fryer. Never tried it before, and my wife said, hey, I'm going grocery shopping. Why not pick up a couple of steaks? And she said, why not try it in the air fryer? So we did. I didn't
Turned
go,
out good?
I didn't go out and buy the Kansas City, tomahawks, 25-ounce steaks for an air fryer.
Trying to force
But,
those into the air fryer. They don't
wedge 'em in.
fit. They're hanging out of it.
But to be honest, yeah, for a first attempt, I thought they came out pretty good. I wouldn't have known the difference if they were on a barbecue or an air fryer.
You wouldn't have known the difference.
Wow.
Someone could have told you they were barbecued, and you would have said,
Yeah.
I believe that."
Yeah,
Wow.
I think the whole thing with air fryers, not only for steak, is time. Because if somebody has a different air fryer and they tell you, hey, put them in at 400, different recipes, how long do you want your steak in there? Especially if you want it like medium,
Yeah.
but if you want it medium rare to well done,
Yeah.
right? How much time do you have to put it in there? That's where you have to experiment. But yeah, man, I wouldn't have known the difference once it hit my plate unless you had asked.
Well, that's
Between
crazy.
an air fryer and a barbecue. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. I mean, personally, I've always thought that, I wouldn't like a steak in an air fryer. Now, I have different settings. I have a Ninja, and there's like a broil setting on
Yeah,
there.
yep.
Did you put?
I have the same one.
And
What
did you,
setting do you put it on?
Did you just keep it on normal air fryer mode?
You know what? I'd have to check. I'd have to check with Christy on that one. I can't remember. We had it at 400, I think, is what
Yeah,
Are you gonna try
we had
it, Phil?
Googled.
I would try it.
Well,
Sure.
We've done chicken before, so I assume.
Sounds like anything could go in there.
A lot of people here, like Jumpin' Jamie, saying cook burgers in the air fryer all the time.
Yeah, we do that, like turkey burgers and stuff.
So why not a steak? I guess.
Yeah.
eh?
Would you stuff up like a roast beef in there?
Yeah, full. No,
Like
I
a
don't
prime
think I
rib
would.
roast beef?
No, I think that still goes in the stove in my house.
And then there's Vicky.
The oven.
No air fryer, so
Yeah,
you
that's
can't,
right.
You can't try, and you're holding firm on that one, eh?
Yeah.
There's no more proud.
If I were to get one right now, it's just now I just can't.
Now that you can make steak in an air fryer, Vicky,
There's a pride in Vicky's voice when she
Yeah.
says nope, and
Yeah.
it's just that, and I'm not getting one.
Now it's just on principle. Even if I really wanted one, I still couldn't get one.
no,
You wouldn't be telling us if you did.
That's
I'm
right.
telling those two.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
This is the kind of stuff we love seeing on the Boston Pizza text line. Gas, buck, 54-liter Petro can Logan at Route 90.
I can't believe that's what's considered low right now.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's right. That's where we're at, though. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
I believe I saw on the pump. I was getting gas on Friday, and it was about 154, 160. Maybe it was 164 still, and premium was like just under $2.
It's like $1.90.
Yeah, something.
There were some that were 172 for regular
Yeah.
around the city. Different ends of the city have different prices. It was pretty
Isn't
wild to
that
see
funny?
this weekend. Yeah.
Same brand.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
gas
Different part.
station chain.
Yeah.
Strange.
So, yeah, we've said it before. We'll say it again. We love getting, if you see cheap gas anywhere, let us know either on the text line or on the Bone phone, 780-BONE, 780-2663.
I'll tell you what is probably going to be going up is the price of windshield washer fluid because, it feels like you could be good for 2 weeks and have to refill, and you're going, what?
Yeah.
I just refilled.
Yeah.
I like to keep my windows clean. I'll drive by somebody, like some people in traffic, and their windows are filthy. Do you ever notice that?
Sure.
Like, are you someone, Vicky, who likes the windows really clean?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but sometimes, I think the circumstances where I leave them a little dirty is first thing in the morning if it's cold out, because then you get the fog up, and then you're constantly having to redo it. So sometimes I'll leave them a little dirty till the car warms up.
I've seen Vicky drive. Vicky likes to stay close behind somebody and get the spit up
That's
from the
right,
back
yeah.
just to wipe. Instead of using your own washer fluid,
Drives
just stick
quick.
close.
It's a real cash saver.
Drives quick, gets out of this parking lot. I'm telling you, after work, you get out of here quick. Like,
Yeah.
I let you go first because I feel like I'm not. I let you go first when we're walking down the hall because you're a fast walker.
Yeah.
And then once we get, like, you're in your car, pull it out before Joe and I meander and are even in our vehicles.
That's right.
We just don't
What's
have
taking you so long?
We don't have the pace that you have.
I'm totally transparent and come clean here. I pretend to let my car warm up even longer, even though I've started it because I back out of my spot a lot of times and I don't want to get into an accident with Vicky.
Get caught in my hurricane.
Yeah. We're getting lots of cheap gas here. $1.50 Petro Ellis and Route 90.
Nice to hear.
Costco, Flora, and Isabel, $1.50.9. Salter and Logan, $1.50.
I filled up and it was about $20 more than I usually pay. Like,
It hurts.
ouch.
So we're finding basically the West End and North End here pricing right now.
Yeah.
How about the South End prices?
Let's go. Also for you, Joe, going back to the steak in the air fryer. You cooked a steak in the air fryer
it was
over the
pretty
weekend.
good.
You really enjoyed it. We do have a chef on the text line saying, cooking for 30-plus years. Air fryers are great. Not for steak, LOL. Cast iron pan with either beef tallow or duck fat.
Did you use any duck fat?
No, I didn't even know that existed.
You don't have
to
duck
use.
fat on the counter? The hell's the matter with you?
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
1/5 of people say this is the most annoying sound. So 20% of people that took this survey said this is the most annoying sound.
No shortage of options. 780 City. Good morning. You're on the air. Go ahead with your guess.
Morning. I not a clue. Can you help me out, Philly?
Let's go with snoring. The sound of snoring.
So, yeah. Can you do the... like for some reason it doesn't have the follow through on the way out.
Yeah, that's right.
Snore.
I'll tell you who
Choke
has
it
a
on it.
follow through. My wife with an elbow in the ribs when I'm snoring in the middle of the night.
You know what? I'm getting you a CPAP machine.
I tried.
No, I know, but we're getting you the machine now for real. You don't have to pay for it this way.
You're giving me yours?
I'm gonna. No, you don't want mine.
I don't.
Aw, sharesies.
You got an old one kicking around?
No.
So is that the answer?
No,
Okay. Sorry about that, man.
you're not going to use
All
one.
good.
No, they gave me the option. I have mild, like very mild
Yeah.
sleep apnea. So they said you can, but you don't have to. And I opted out. My wife loves that I opted out.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
I was
good.
just trying to help out Stacy.
780 City. Good morning.
Good morning. How about the nails on the chalkboard?
No. I wonder
guess.
if remember the number here. It's 20%,
Small number.
but this is quite annoying.
Okay.
Someone on the text line, Philly snow blowing at 4 a.m. Those are the times I wish Vicky was my neighbor.
The bylaw breakers.
Good morning, City.
Good morning. Hey, I'm thinking let's go with Vicky. She's got to know.
What about a crying baby?
No, no. Good answer.
Sorry
Good
about
answer.
that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've had kids or have kids. It's just not pleasant.
Yeah.
Or you could be, somewhere like on a plane or at a restaurant.
Just
right?
when it gets real high pitched.
Yeah.
Oof. Those screams.
780 City. We've got Rock and Thunder tickets on the line this morning. Good morning, City.
Good morning. Can I take Vicky, please?
What about feedback from a speaker? Like-
No.
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 Okay.
Or a microphone.
Yeah.
Ugh. Sorry
Thanks
about
for
that.
playing this morning.
2 lifelines left, by the way.
What's the percentage?
20% of people say this is the most annoying sound. I'm going to throw in a clue right now
Please.
and say that this could also have a chain reaction with other people.
Hi, City.
I'm gonna say a crow's like squawking outside your room.
No.
Good guess.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So is this a people-made noise?
Yep.
Okay.
You think you know?
I have
Vicky?
something in
You're-
mind,
you're-
but I don't know if I'd consider it an
You're-
annoying sound, but I guess it is a small percentage.
You're dropping a lot of hms. It
Yeah.
makes me think you have it. 780 City.
She was not happy with the clue. I could tell that was a lot harsher than the other Your are very identifiable.
telling.
Very telling.
Hello there.
Is it chewing with your mouth open?
No. No, not
that
the
is
choo
an
choo
annoying
choo.
sound.
With the heavy breathing mixed in.
Yeah, my wife caught me humming last night.
With the
as I was
steak.
enjoying my food.
Oh, that seems like a pleasant sound.
But it's always the passive aggressive. Can you not hear yourself? My answer is, well, if I could, I wouldn't be humming.
Yeah.
Just enjoying my
I thought
food.
you'd enjoy my humming.
Hello, City.
Can I get Vicky, please?
Okay, well, the thing that came to mind was yawning because they say yawns are contagious.
That's a good answer, but not the correct one.
well, okay. Sorry about
No,
that.
good guess.
Because yawns aren't going to make too much of
Yeah.
an annoying
Well,
sound.
some people
but
really milk it,
yeah,
though, right?
Yeah, there's some drama effect.
Just to get some of that.
Depends if we're really tired or not.
Yeah.
20% of people say this is the most annoying sound, and there is a chain reaction that can come from this, and it is people generated.
One lifeline left. Is that?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. 780 City. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You.
Good. I'm going to say whistling.
Not whistling. I'm also going to say that I believe myself, this is not a stat I've seen, that it probably happens more in the winter months than it would the summer months, this human sound.
Hi, City.
Oh, that screwed me over now. I was just going to say sneezing. I'll just stick with it.
It's not sneezing.
Okay.
Nope. Good guess.
Yeah.
Some people get dramatic with the sneeze, too.
Sure.
It comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I went to high school with a girl who her sneezes were chew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So, how is that getting anything done?
Yeah, that's weird.
how
right?
did she ever get through school?
Yeah, I gotta wonder.
Good morning, City.
Good morning, guys. How about snot sniffling?
Oh.
Not sniffling, but you're in the right direction.
Oh, okay.
He was going to drop another guess. You
Yeah,
only get one
you
guess.
can't do it.
So sniffling is in the right direction.
Yep.
Hello, City.
Good morning.
Morning.
That last clue threw me off. I think it's someone vomiting.
Not vomiting.
Yeah, that got guessed on the text
Talk about
line.
a chain
People
reaction,
related.
hey? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad one. This has, so it's about the winter. Usually there could be cold season involved. That could be part of it. And sometimes not. Sometimes people do it just as a nervous reaction before they speak.
Okay.
So Vicky thinks she has it. Hello, City.
How many times have we said that this morning?
There's been a few. Good morning. Do you have a guess?
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say clearing your throat.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 20% of people say it's the most annoying sound because clearing your throat, if one of us does it in the room, guaranteed one of the other two, if not all three, will end up doing it.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year, right? Still cold season in that.
And the older, I guess the running joke is the older you get, there's a lot of reels out there making fun of men who go in the bathroom first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
It becomes more of a necessity, I find, the older you get.
A little more mucusy as you age.
Definitely.
I didn't want to use that word.
The Philly, Joe, and Vicky podcast.
I don't know if I think I've told you guys this before. I wanted a coffee table in our house, and my wife's an anti-coffee tableite. She's always, I don't know, like a minimalist when it comes to living room furniture.
So is it just open space in front of your couches then? Okay.
Isn't that odd?
Do you not have an ottoman that you could use with a tray on top as a coffee table? Some people have done that.
I think that would be a good compromise.
We have a sectional with cup holders.
Okay.
But when I'm eating my dinner in the living room, I have to have a coffee table.
Hey, I'll get you a TV table from my dad's house.
The TV
How
table.
many do you want? 2 or 4?
And
I think he has 6.
I think that's what finally pushed her over the edge. We wound up getting one this past weekend.
A coffee table.
A coffee table.
Okay.
I won the battle.
Boy, how do you feel?
Because I feel really
Every
good.
day you walk into that living room now and want to put your feet up on that table,
Yes.
you can go, I won.
And
I won.
I'm making sure I'm low-key rubbing it in, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting the boys on my side. I'm like, how great is this? Hey, guys, we can put our drinks on the coffee table. And she's like, all right, enough. I get it. You guys wanted a coffee table. But what I think pushed her over the edge was I said, hey, we're going to have to get TV tables if we're not going to. The TV table.
Sure. Does your dad have the rack for them?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why? Well, how else are you supposed to store
That's
those
right.
without taking up so much room in your living room or
my
off to the side?
childhood, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they're still there. Listen, by the way, Vicky, maybe you and I could spring on some coasters for the new coffee table, because God knows the first ring that shows up on that coffee table, Stacy's coming at you.
That's going to work against your argument.
You're damn right.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Vicky podcast.
Here's what we learned today with Philly, Joe, and Vicky.
Wow, we just learned Deep Purple is coming to town with Kansas and Jefferson Airplane. Talk about a Legends lineup.
I want to thank my buddy Buzz. Send me a text when we made the announcement. He said only the second time that Deep Purple has ever played in Manitoba.
It's Jefferson Starship, just to clarify.
Apologies.
I know
yes.
that's a common mix-up.
No,
well,
thank you.
they changed their name later to Starship. They
That's
found
right.
a lot of people are having a hard time running with Jefferson Starship.
Bringing it into the future.
Who was our winner? Because Grant beat the box office. Congratulations. And we'll have more tickets to give away the rest of the week to that show. Joe air fried a steak over the weekend and enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I have to try it a few more times, I guess, to get it down right. And we heard from quite a few people. Some said, some say it's not the same as the barbecue, but wintertime, if you don't get out there and barbecue, air fryer might be an option.
It's a good weeknight option when you don't want to go heat up the barbecue and go through all the rigmarole.
I don't. It's for me. It's whether I've shoveled the deck off all winter.
Yeah, that's right.
Like once summer hits, I would rather be on the
Easy.
deck anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Are you cooking inside most days in the summer anyway? Like, you know what I mean?
I barbecue a lot in the summer.
Yeah,
I'm terrified of the barbecue. I do it, but I'm always afraid it's going to explode.
Really?
Yeah.
Eh?
Is
always.
it a propane thing?
Yeah, it is.
You got to get yourself an electric barbecue.
You know what? I might have to. Yeah. It makes me
propane's
nervous.
safe.
I don't know.
Good.
That's what they say.
Okay.
I haven't had any problems, but I just kind of avoid it.
Yeah, some people have that fear.
Fair enough. You did get a few people commenting like, Did you use duck fat? Like, what kind of amateur are you?
I am an amateur. I wouldn't even have known that was an option at one point, but we heard from Chef Me.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
20% of people say clearing your throat is the most annoying sound.
Right.
That was in the completely useless question. Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Well, if you've got, and you're coming off a cold.
Yeah, I
so-
still got this cough.
Yeah, if I'm coming off a cold, I will do that for months.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, I haven't had a bad cough. A little cough, but not a really bad cough yet as far as cold season goes. They have started filming season 2 of The Studio. We learned that in Scrollin.
Yeah, Michael Keaton, Madonna, Donald Glover, all going to be guest stars on that. That should be a good season.
They
I'm
get
looking
Danny
forward to
Glover. That would be a catch right there.
Where is he?
It's been a long time.
Well, there's no more Lethal Weapons.
12 tons of Kit Kat bars have been stolen in Europe.
Yeah.
So we're going to look for those to surface on the black market, the chocolate bar black market.
Oh, watch out for him. We also learned you got a coffee table after a lengthy battle at your house.
I was getting there. Yeah, I had a new coffee table. My wife and I battled it out. She never wanted one, and I got one.
I
So-
didn't know if you were going to bring it up just like, you know, I know how humble you
Yeah,
are,
well-
so I wanted to make sure we got to it.
Did you get it delivered, or did you haul it in
No.
yourself
We
to
hauled
really
it in.
make them?
It's all bubble
You
wrapped.
and the boys.
No, me and my wife. We brought it in.
She came on the what? Oh,
Yeah,
wow!
yeah. What?
She came on the ride.
We
Someone
went and
was
got it.
asking, wood or glass?
Glass.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Watch
Like,
those knees.
One of the yeah, and it's kind of low too, so I'm
Yeah.
worried about hammering my shins on it. But it is a glorious day in the Aubrey household. For me, anyway. My wife, she sent us a text. I might sell it. We're not selling it. That's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City weekday morning 6 to 10.